Hi, this is Robert Tube. Today on the Hunter Colour of the Wild, we're here at Sundarpatan Nepal Hunting Reserve and we'll be making a brand new Nilgai hunting guide. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking for this in the comments, so don't worry, I've got you. I'm also working on the Basinga deer guide as well. That might be tomorrow, it might be the weekend, but I've got lots of guides in the making. I've already done lots of guides for Sundarpatan Nepal Hunting Reserve. Check those out if you haven't already seen them. And I must say I'm having a lot of fun doing them as well. How's your hunting been at Sundarpatan Nepal? Have you had any trophies, any rares? It's been exciting reading all the comments, seeing how excited the community is for the Hunter Colour of the Wild. It's just been amazing and it's nice to see we're back in a happy place and everyone's just so excited to just get out hunting on this brand new hunting reserve. I must say it is stunning as well. Great looking, great species. What's your favourite species you've been hunting up to yet? Let me know in the comments. I don't know which is my favourite, but I think the wild yak takes some beating. I call it the murder yak because I've literally just been killed making this guide. I was in the middle of nowhere. I paused for a minute, went to a tent just to make sure there's nothing there. Come back and a yak had done me. They've actually killed me more times than tigers, but tigers are great fun too. I've got a tiger guide if you haven't already seen it, but today it's all about the Nilgai. Now, the drinking need zone time when we're hunting today is at 8 in the morning till 12. So I generally start about after 9, gives them time to get to where they need to go. They're mainly on the left hand side of the map. We'll go over a detailed map which I've made for you, which you can also download after you've watched the video to keep, so you don't have to keep watching it if you don't want to. You can just look at the map, but that's what we're making for. Anyway, this is a good location as well. This big lake on the bottom left, you might have already been here. It's got tigers, it's got Basinga deer, it's got Nilgai, quite a few of them, so we'll try it after we've been to this location. Some of the ponds, right, they're not that big, but there is a lot of Nilgai at them, so don't be deceived by the size of the pond where they might be drinking, because there could be a lot of them. Yeah, some of the tiny ponds are actually the best ones for Nilgai, and you'll see 2 or 3 or 4 groups of Nilgai, maybe 8 or 10 in a group at these tiny ponds, so don't be deceived by how big they are on the map. Weapon wise, I've gone with the Zaza 308. The reason for that is because it covers 4 to 8 and Nilgai are class 6, so it's perfect for Nilgai. It smashes them down and that's what you want. It's easy to use. It's probably the best gun in the game, into the Zaza 10 308, so it's a great choice. Now, as you can see, lots of Nilgai at this lake, so we're just going to try and pick out the golds. What I've been doing is just shooting golds, and there's no shortage of golds. You might get a diamond initial spawn, so they go up to level 5. A gold is like a level 4. So if you're herd managing Nilgai, you're going to be shooting 3s, 4s and 5s. I've just been shooting 4s and I'm hoping for a diamond to respawn soon, which shouldn't take long, and there's a lot of golds anyway, but there's a lot of 3s as well. So you can shoot 3s, 4s and 5s if you're herd managing Nilgai like we're doing now, and you should get a diamond respawn soon. Now, some of the Nilgai at level 4 may make diamond. I've had some very close. I haven't had a diamond Nilgai yet. Fingers crossed we get one in the video. But this is mainly about locations, so I can show you where to go get them. And you can go get the diamonds and rares. If I get one during the video, it's a bonus, but it's mainly about location. That's what I'm showing you in this video. And hopefully we'll get something nice. I have been shooting a lot of 4s, so hopefully a diamond respawn soon off one of those. As you can see, there's a lot around this lake. It's probably 30 to 40 Nilgai at this small lake. And this is what I was trying to tell you. Some of these tiny ponds, they might look like a waste of time, but there's a lot of Nilgai at some of these. There's one, especially up the top left-hand corner. It's a tiny bit of the pond that's in the actual borderline of the map, and that's got 30 or 40 Nilgai around it as well. So I'll show you a detailed map in a minute with all the zones where they do actually drink, and just go check them out and see what works best for you. With any map guide made, you have to take into account that some zones might be slightly different from yours or mine or anybody else's, so always allow for that. Also, a lot of these guides are often made off initial spawns, so when you start grinding an animal, sometimes they may move to other locations. So these are based off initial spawns. Next guide will probably be Basinga deer. I've got a level 5 at one of the lakes as well, so that should work out nice. I'm hoping he makes diamond look stunning. I found him the other day while I was doing all the locations. I've got the locations, it's just there's only so many guides, so many videos you can make per day. And I've been going non-stop for 2 weeks now in a row. So Ron's ready for a break. But we've got plenty of guys to get out first. Then I can have a little rest. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying myself. It's nice just exploring new maps, new content. And not only that, the hype, the feedback, the positive feedback from the community I'm seeing in every comment of how people love this brand new reserve, Sundarpatan Nepal Hunting Reserve. That's the key. Seeing everyone happy, hunting, getting what they want. That's what really does drive me on to just make more content. Like, yeah, let's get another one out, let's get another one out. Because everyone's just happy, just loving hunting this new reserve. And that's what we need. We really did need that. It's took a year in the making, but it's been worth waiting the year for how good it is. So the extra bit of polish has paid off. So the Hunter Colour Wild team, hats off to you, thumbs up to you. You've done really well with this reserve. Sundarpatan Nepal is probably the best reserve ever made for the Hunter Colour Wild. Now, I don't know that much about Nilgai, and I asked someone in the comments the other day, do you know anything about him? Do you hunt them? And this person told me in a detailed comment, he hunts them and how they are, how they taste. I want to try them so bad. After watching Meat Eaters, watching Steve get one, do all the butchery, eat it, it looks stunning. And I'm a big fan of that, you know what I mean? That's one of the reasons I like that show, is because I like the cooking side of it. I'm a big cook, I love cooking, and I think that's a big part of, like, not just a trophy animal, but actually cooking and preparing the meat is a big thing for me. I actually like get really into that. So that side of it, I'd be really interested in the Nilgai when I seen the episode on it. Check it out if you've already seen it. But it's a brilliant episode and they look really nice. I just can't wait to try one. I've been on about it before. I should do like a cooking show where I get like these exotic meats like elk, moose and all that. It's exotic for me in the UK. But all these wild exotic meats, try them and then make like a video on it. I don't know if you'd be interested in that, but I have thought about doing it before. I think Flinter was saying I should call it something like Ron McCook, something like that. But anyway, we'll get onto that maybe at a later date if you want to see it. But here's a Nilgai. There's so many different variations of them. They look stunning. They sort of got like, it's not like a horse body, but it's sort of similar in makeup. They've got a long neck and like a smallish head. They're obviously an antelope. I think they're one of the biggest antelopes in the world. I'm not an antelope specialist, but that's what I've read anyway. And then they've got like these small horns. So they're sort of like a bit of an oddity to look at. But I know they're highly trophies in a lot of places. It's why a year or so ago I was suggesting we do a Texas sort of ranch map where we could have all exotic animals on, like tigers and lions, and you know what I mean, just put anything you want in it in Texas. And Texas would be super popular anyway. Get Nilgai on there, because that episode I was on about is hunting Nilgai in Texas as well. And obviously they have all kind of different exotic animals on these kind of ranches, and I thought it'd be a different thing, but in the end we got Nilgai anyway. We got the tigers, we just got them on a different map, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. So they're mainly in this sort of left hand corner. This is where mainly the Nilgai are, and there is some at this river. I was very surprised. I've checked all the river, right? The only place I found them at the river is this bottom left hand corner, so don't miss that out, because there is quite a few Nilgai in that bottom left hand corner of the river. Have you started grinding for the new Great One Tar at Sundarpatan Nepal Hunting Reserve? I haven't touched them yet. I do know a lot of locations where the tar are, and I know you want to see a guide for tar, so we will get round to that. But I've been doing lots of other guides first, and we will get round to them. Same with snow leopards. I know a lot of locations, hot spots for those. I've seen one guide go out for those and he missed quite a few hot spots. So I've took my time with that. I don't want to rush it out because I'm going to make sure I get all the hotspots right for the snow leopards before pushing it out. I don't like to just rush guides out. It's so easy to do that. I could just put anything, you know what I mean, and just say that's the guide, and it's not accurate. If it's not accurate, I'm not putting it out. Simple as that. So that's why they do take a little time. I have to double, sometimes triple check locations, and sometimes like the third or fourth time of visiting somewhere, you actually find, you know what I mean, like a need zone which you didn't find on the 2 or 3 before. That's why you always have to double check your work, because like I say, I don't want to put something out that's wrong. You'd be surprised how many times it does happen as well. I've been to like a lake 3 times in a row. Right, there's definitely no Nilgai there. Go the 4th time from a different route, different angle, and then find a need zone. That happened yesterday. So that's why the guides take so long. So let's see if we can bag some more. Like I said, this bottom left-hand lake is good. I've been shooting 4s here. Shot 3 4s here yesterday. I was hoping they might get a diamond respawn or something like that, but we've got 4s. So we'll take 4 out. We might take a 3 out as well. Like I say, don't be worried about taking 3s out. If you heard managing Nilgai, shoot 3s, 4s and 5s. Hopefully you get a rare as well. It'd be nice to see what rares there is. I haven't seen a rare yet for the Nilgai, not myself anyway. I know there is rare variants. So that should go down. Another 4. We will look at the trophy poses as well in the trophy lodge for the Nilgai before we finish. We also need to have a look at the map, which we'll take a look before we go to the trophy lodge, because I know you want to see the map guide on where they're located. But there you go, there's a Nilgai. That's a blue. So I've had a few different variants. They're obviously going to be common, and they look stunning. Like I say, these were one of my most wanted species for the Hunter Call of Wild. What do you think of the Nilgai? Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you had a diamond already? Have you had a rare Nilgai? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you hunt them in real life, let me know a bit of info about that, where you are in the world. I always like to read about it, read your comments, and I always try to reply to everyone. But I do like to hear about real life, what you're hunting with, the weapons, and what species you're hunting, and what you do with them. Do you eat them? Or are they just for the trophies? Let me know in the comments. I really love to know about that. Right, let's have a look at the hunting map for the Nilgai at Sundarpatan Nepal Hunting Reserve. So here we go. Here's the Nilgai drinking map, as you can see. So they drink from 8 till 12, and as you can see on this map, in the red areas is where they drink. So they mainly drink on the left-hand side. I've checked all the map. They're my locations of where you find them. Now, don't be missing the small tiny ponds right on the left hand side of the border of the map, because some of those have got a lot of Nilgai at. And like I said, some of the really tiny lakes have a lot of Nilgai at as well. So don't just go for the bigger ones. And also they drink down the bottom left hand corner of the river. So I hope that helps you out. You can actually download this map from my Discord. Join my Discord and you could download all the Nepal Sundarpatan maps I made up to yet. So I hope that helps. Right, off to Sasiki Safari Trophy Lodge. We need a Nepal themed trophy lodge. Debs, if you're watching, make one please. We would love one. But we're at Sasiki Safari Trophy Lodge today. We're going to have a look at the Nilgai trophy poses right now. Have a look at them all. It's been fun hunting them. Learning all about them, where they are located, and I must say they're one of my favourite species. And I continue grinding these, try and get a diamond one and some rares. That's a great pose. Look at that. Let me know which is your favourite trophy pose in these Nilgai poses. But yeah, I can see these being a fan favourite amongst the community. Like I say, let me know in the comments your top 3 species at Sundarpatan Nepal Hunting Reserve. I think mine's wild yak, the northern red muntjac, which is a surprise to everyone probably, but I love them. Maybe Bengal tigers are the top 3 at the moment. That might change though as we hunt tar and other species like the snow leopard. That might change, but let me know yours in the comments. So I remember at Tube we've been making a guide for Nilgai on Sundarpatan Nepal Hunting Reserve for the Hunter Call of Wild. I hope it helps you out. Please subscribe to YouTube channels, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.